So I'd like to add some inlaid dots into this fretboard, and I have a specific way I want to do it. It's not a real, I don't think it's a conventional way. I have a slight variation on the convention. I want to have it on G, which is normal, also on A, which is also normal, B, and then I like to put it on C rather than C sharp, and then D rather than D sharp or E flat, and then go straight up to E, and then E, and then G, and then A again, and then B. And so I want these ones to have the dots, and then I'm going to have double dots on the E. And it is up to you how or if you want to do this. Obviously, not all guitars even have the dots. I just find them useful for a quick visual because I'm not a great player. So that's the main thing here. So let's first of all decide where we want the first dot to be, which will be G. Okay, so let's go to the front view. And we're going to draw. First of all, we're just going to create a construction line, center line, straight from this dot to this one, from the center of one fret to the center of the next fret. It looks like I accidentally made that a regular line. Let's make it construction. And then I'm going to put a circle right around that, and let's put a 6mm diameter on that. So it's about 1/4 of an inch across. That should work pretty well. And then I'm going to take this and do an extrude cut. All right? And we'll reverse the direction, so it's coming up through our fretboard. And I don't need to come all the way through it. In fact, let's go to our, instead of going from sketch plane, let's say from offset. We're going to offset that by, I don't know, 4mm. That should be good. So we're coming from 4mm on out, and we can say through all. That should work. That way we're always going to go through everything. Just blast on through it. Click OK, and that'll do us. All right, and then we would take that same sketch, would do an extruded boss, and this time what we want to do is start from the same place, but then we want to come up to this surface and stop. Well, actually, there's a problem. You see, we created that surface, but then we deleted it using this delete bodies thing. You remember that? We used delete body to get rid of all of those surfaces that we didn't want at the end, so the surface isn't there for us to work with. Alright, so what we got to do is take this body delete and put it after our cut. Alright, and then we can move our history before the body delete. And now, if I come up here and look at my surface bodies, I've got a bunch of surface bodies here that weren't there before. I can show the one that I want. I could even go ahead and let's just mirror that across using the mirror tool. I'm going to mirror across the right plane, mirroring this surface body, and make sure knit surfaces is enabled so that when we click OK, it's going to be one big surface that is all ready for us to use. Okay, and now that we have that, we can do our extrude, and we need to choose that original sketch from our cut extrude, and then we're going to come offset by 4mm just like before, and instead of blind we're going to say up to surface. We'll choose this surface. We'll end up with exactly that plug that we need. Let's make sure to turn off merge result though. We don't want to merge that result. Click OK. We can hide this surface. Come in here, we'll grab that cream colored plastic, we'll drop it right on that body, and we have our very first spot, our very first inlay on our fretboard. And next, we'll just have to create all the others. And that's going to be quick and easy.